We built a new service called Smart Purge a couple of years ago, right? It was to solve a specific problem of, how do you, if you need to, very quickly get rid of something that's in a cache? Okay, a common problem if you have a video chunk that you've misencoded, or it has the wrong bug in it, or takedown request, or whatever. And this was a real challenge. So we took a real design-led approach, and I think this is critical in not only microservices, but any software development, and microservices in particular. If you're going to break things down so that individual services are self-contained and have like a meaningful output for support, so you can quickly triage and bug fix and iterate and release fixes, for example. So we had a real design-led focus on the requirements of how quickly it should take to do anything. And this kind of took us to a point where we had like 5 key parts of the system we had to develop. So we had to create a mechanism to create some form of query language that people would be able to use through a common API to describe what they wanted to purge, get rid of. That, in itself, the mechanism of describing and writing that to a database, for want of a better word, that was a key microservice in itself. Second one, batching those, putting them together into groups that could be distributed and acted upon, executed, or batching, or knowing then actually we shouldn't batch them, and we should be able to apply different levels of quality of service to different customer types. Thinking about batching was then another different microservice that we needed to use in order to put these queries together. We then looked at distribution and state tracking. Right? Did we distribute something, and can we track the state that that request is in when it's gone out? So we wrote a whole load of our own protocols for managing the distribution of these queries and these batches, and determining if they got out to the edge, so that we could be sure we were hitting the requirement of being 99.5% sure, or whatever the number was, that we're going to actually get rid of that object that's in cache. Because the worst thing when you're purging is, I told you I purged it, but your next request still got the old object. So those 3 things, distribution, state tracking, and the messaging protocols, we consider to be independent services too. So to sort of approach all of those and then give that to an operational team who are going to get speeds and feeds from the system. How many requests are we doing? How quickly are they being executed? Are we breaching our SLAs on purging? And be able to escalate quickly to someone who can implement and change the system was really important. So the other part of the microservice, the self-containment of it, is being able to get core data out quickly. So whether you use Zabbix or whatever your monitoring systems are, that's a really cool part of microservice design, I think.